Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum viewers. My name is Professor Dr. Rizwan Jamil Qureshi and I am covering the commonalities and differences between Lean and Agile. The commonalities in terms of compatibility, there is a strong compatibility between Lean and Agile. For example, there are 7 principles of Lean and the first principle is eliminate the waste. Eliminate the waste is like removing any extra processes, activities and tools, or stop the rework of coding cycle, testing cycle, maintenance cycle. So we have in Agile we have sprint review meeting in order to remove any extra feature or function, any missing logic function or implementation in terms of to stop the rework of maintenance cycle, in terms of coding cycle, in terms of testing cycle. And there is inspect daily to identify maximum number of bugs from the software, and that will help us to have early bad news rather than the last stages of the deployment. You will find the bugs, and or from the customer you will find the defect report. So inspect daily will help us to identify bugs early, so easy to fix them, easy to update them, easy to code them, easy to have integrate them. So that's the objective of inspect daily. So it will help us lot of extra activities. And then we have sprint retrospective. Sprint retrospective practice of Scrum is like improving your whole process. So for example, any extra team member, any extra feature, any extra function is there, any extra activity, any extra practice we are doing to improve or optimize your process. And so that's repeating in more than one principles of Lean in if we compare Lean and Agile approaches. And then in Agile you have disciplined learning. We also call it amplify learning, to learn from your mistakes, so you don't repeat those mistakes again in terms of architecture, in terms of design, coding and testing. There is working software over comprehensive documentation is another practice of another value of Agile manifesto. That's the fourth value or the third value, for example. So we have 4 values: individual interactions over processes and tool, customer collaboration over contract negotiation, working software over comprehensive documentation, customer collaboration over contract negotiation, and respond to changes over following a strict plan. These are the 4 values. So it's one of the values of Agile, working software over comprehensive documentation. So we focus more on coding and testing rather than on planning, analysis and design activities. So documentation we focus less, and on coding we focus more. So that's like eliminating the waste, removing any extra process or any extra practice or any extra resources. So that's our focus is on working software, and we don't do use case, class, state, sequence, activity, collaboration diagram, or similar transition diagram, package diagram, deployment diagram. We do minimum documentation, and which is only necessary because our projects are small, which are 2 to 3 months based projects, and our releases are based on 2 weeks or 3 week cycle, or 4 weeks maximum in case of Scrum. So we focus less on documentation part and we focus more on coding. So that's the eliminate the waste principle, which is compatible with the Lean and with the Agile and the XP or Scrum values or practices. Then you have empower the team is the principle number 2. Empower the team is compatible with Agile, XP or Lean, XP or Scrum practices. For example, cross-functional team. let the team decide. Let the team decide in terms of their roles, in terms of how they will accomplish any story, or what are the process they are going to follow, or what customization they are going to do that. And we have prefer individuals and interactions, prefer people over processes and tool. That is like the empower the team, give them freedom, give them authority, give them authorization to take decisions. So that's the empower the team. There is a strong compatibility, and in Agile we prefer or we recommend to use pull model, which is theory Y model, to give them motivation, to give them trust, ownership, synchronization, collaboration, psychological understanding, mental understanding. So it will improve their productivity, it will improve their efficiency. It's like empower the team. That's the principle number 2 of the lean. The principle number 3 is add value to the customer. Add value to the customer in Agile is deal like this, that for example, welcome to the requirements at any stage of the project. If customer is asking you to change the requirement, or asking the team to change the requirement at deployment level, don't say no to the customer. Say yes to the customer, and you will entertain him. So that's the be flexible with your requirements, be flexible with your technology, and listen to the customer and deliver him as early as possible, like first week or second week. And there is continuous consistent releases throughout the software development. So that's also you are adding value to the customer, because he can use that software. And then deliver every sprint or demo to take feedback from customer, like you are listening to him. It will give feel to the customer that you are giving him importance, you are entertaining him, and like customer is the boss. So that is a healthy or pleasant feeling between the team and the customer. That's the principle number 3 of the lean, which is extremely compatible, which is common between lean and Agile. Principle number 4 is optimize the value stream. That's from the lean, optimize the value stream. That means you have to optimize the processes continuously, optimize your activities. And in the sprint retrospective, we try to learn the previous release process to improve it. So and Agile is continuous disciplined learning. You keep on improving. Like I remember the case of Motorola, we have business value, and we have the business value, and we have the knowledge value. And the Motorola company, they deliver in releases, in phases, to increase their knowledge value at the beginning of the project, and at a certain stage their business value increase from their knowledge value. So the Motorola let the business value and the knowledge value continuously to have a smooth learning about the project. And then when we have knowledge value, and then automatically the business value will match or increase the knowledge value. So that's the concept there. And we have a cycle to improve our collaboration, delivery, reflect, improve cycle, that is continuously reflecting. Like the case of Australian company, realestate.com, the team asked the project manager, we want to implement Agile. And he said, yes, but show me improvement in your collaboration, and show me improvement in your delivery. The quality of delivery should be improved, and your quality of collaboration should be improved with the passage of time. So you need less time to collaborate, and you need less time to deliver with high quality, with less number of bugs, with the stable or reliable version to the customer. And in this way, out of 1,000 team members, 200 team members are automatically transformed from traditional team to agile team. So that's optimize. You are continuously optimizing the value stream. So collaborate, deliver, reflect, improve cycle. So collaborate will improve, collaboration will improve, delivery will improve, and both should be reflected. So there are two sub cycles are there. That's in the agile is there, which is compatible, optimize the value stream in terms of sprint retrospective. We improve our process, and you have burn down chart technique to display your schedule in the Scrum and the Agile. So burn down chart will continuously track your project. And then principle number 5 is build integrity in the lean, which is extremely common in most of the agile methodologies like XP, Scrum, Crystal. We have test first development. Use automated tools to speed up the process of development, speed the process of coding, testing, maintenance, and with less number of bugs are there, and you need less time to code, you need less time to test, because you are using re-engineering tools. So from the diagram you can generate the code, from code you can generate the design, reverse engineering, and the forward engineering is there. And we have pair programming practice. Two minds are better than one, and like 1 + 1 = 11. So one person has some problem in terms of logic, in terms of understanding of requirement, in terms of architecture, design. The second person will help him, and first person will code, second person will test, and second person will design the test classes, the first person will code. So in this way, you are not the best person to test your code, and he will have a neutral opinion about your code. So that will also is built integrity in there. And then you have sprint review meeting. Sprint review meeting is also there to, if you miss any function, any logic, any implementation, or any requirement you are not considered. So in the sprint review meeting, it will be identified, and the team will fix it. So the sprint should be of high quality and as per agreed with the customer. And we have refactoring technique. We have design refactoring and we have code refactoring, one of the practices of XP. Design refactoring, improve your design without changing the code. Code refactoring, improve your code without changing the design. And then you have one of the practices of XP. You have to deliver small releases. Small releases are easy to code, easy to test, easy to maintain, and easy to update, easy to upgrade. So it will help you to improve the quality. And then you have code ownership practice of XP, which will help that when you integrate or pair will integrate into configuration management tool like GitHub, any team member, even it's a distributed team, any team member can identify any mistake or can improve your algo, improve your code. So code ownership practice will help to improve the integrity quality also. And then you have coding standards. Coding standards will help you to use coding as a technical document, because there are comments on coding, there are comments, there is identification of the code is there. So you are using template of the company. So even any programmer will leave, the new programmer can easily understand and easily can make changes in the code. And we have face-to-face meeting. That is another practice of XP, that you have to listen to the customer. Team members will listen to each other, sitting close to each other, and they can read the facial expressions, and they can better understand the requirements. If there is any confusion, they can immediately ask and make it clear. So requirements will be much clearer as compared to the video call or WhatsApp or email. So I remember Alistair Cockburn, he asked one software company to develop some software for him, and the problem was the representative of the software company was not giving him value, and whenever he called him, she was a female, called her, she did not respond. And then Alistair Cockburn went physically to the office of the software company and face to face met with her, and the problem was solved. And whatever he wants, the requirement, she considers them, and whatever the project's priority was there, she considers that, and the quality of the software as he was requiring, as he was demanding, it was developed as per his requirements. So the face-to-face meeting will help you to improve any misunderstanding, any confusion, any clarity is there. It will help to save time, it will help to save cost, resources, efforts, because you don't need to reinvent the wheel or rework in terms of testing cycle, maintenance cycle, coding cycle. So it will help to minimize those cycles and will help you to deliver the software with high quality. And then you have KISS principle. Keep it simple, easy to code, easy to test, easy to maintain, and then you have small, easy interfaces, small releases with easy interfaces. Don't put flashy contents on your interfaces. So it will help any non-technical guy from the customer side or marketing guy from your company can give you feedback. So that's will also help to improve the quality. Strong communication, strong coordination from the collaboration cycle will also help to improve the quality, because you have one of the values, collaborate to the customer over contract negotiation. Don't waste time on negotiating with the customer, that will take so much cost from you, because whenever you have the Agile, early releases will bring early payment cycle, then you have maintenance charges, you have hosting charges, backup charges, security charges. So money will automatically come. So money cycle will come. Don't worry about that. And then continuous integration will also help to identify integration errors early, because as one pair of programming team, they will integrate, then integration team or integration manager, he will test. So if there is some error bug, it will report early and you can fix it early. So that is the commonality between the built integrity and the values and practices of XP. Then principle number 6, deliver as fast as possible. And you know, Agile is based on agility. Respond to changes quickly and efficiently, and it believes in change, adjustment, tuning, fast. So deliver first release in couple of weeks and deliver whole software in couple of months. That is one of the values, one of the principles, or the requirement of the XP. So we are delivering fast, and whole software in couple of months mean there is continuous delivery, consistent releases to the customer. I remember the case of American company. It was realestate.com. The USA doesn't have any .pk or .sa. So realestate.com of USA, they have a project. It's called Great Project. So first, an Indian company, Infosys, tried to develop that software. It was ERP system, but they wasted 2 years, and finally the project was cancelled. Then this project was won by Pakistani company, Descon Infosys. And Descon Infosys, when they signed the contract with the customer, the American company asked them, we will not sign ERP with you. We will sign a pilot project with you, and you have to deliver every 2 weeks, every 2 weeks there should be one release. And it will be written in our agreement that if you fail to do so, we will not sign the contract with you. And there will be every 2 weeks there will be one release. So that is the contract, part of the contract, and they successfully deployed the pilot project. Then customer signed the contract for the ERP system. I'm talking about 2008, and I remember one of the project managers of the Descon, his name is Khavar. And now he moved to US because that was the demand of the customer that we want the whole team to be in the US, not in Pakistan. So we don't want to waste time, and there should be face-to-face meetings, and they get training from one of the Agile coaches for 1 to 2 months about the XP and its practices. And they deliver every 2 weeks. Every 2 weeks, one release, and then they hire 4 teams. So instead of 1 release after 2 weeks, they are delivering 4 releases after 2 weeks. So that makes customer happy. And we are using metaphor practice. Metaphor practice will also help you to deliver quick releases. And then we are using automated testing tools. So manual testing is more time consuming than the automated testing, so there is less time to test, and we are covering the code coverage tools like ncover. We are 100% testing our code, so in this way there is a less testing cycle, less maintenance cycle, and less rework is there. So that will also is compatible with the lean, and that are the commonalities between lean and agile. Then principle number 7 is defer commitment. Be flexible in your schedule, be flexible in your decisions, and we are asking the customer to welcome to the customer at any stage of the project. So that means even at the deployment phase, customer asks to change the requirements. So instead of saying no to him, you will say, okay, yes, I will do that, but like I was delivering you after 2 weeks. Now instead of 2 weeks, I will deliver in 3 weeks, and this is the extra time and this is extra cost. So customer is happy and you are happy. And we are measuring the velocity of the project throughout the software development. In this way, if there is some difference between planned budget and the actual budget, planned schedule and actual schedule, there is some delay, we can take corrective actions, and we can rectify our mistakes, and we can bridge the gap between planned budget and the actual budget, planned schedule and the actual schedule. Respond to changes over following a strict plan. So we are adjustment, and we are tuning, adjust and tune according to the situation, and we are responding to the changes in terms of requirement, in terms of technology, in terms of architecture, in terms of design, in terms of team, our resources. We are continuously adapting, we are continuously changing. So this is very, very similar to the lean, with that is the defer commitment. So now I will discuss the differences between lean and agile. Lean is originated from manufacturing industry, as I already discussed in my last lecture, that Toyota company first time used it. Whereas agile was introduced to deal with small software projects at the time of 9/11, when industry was almost collapsing, and the projects were freezed, and there were no investment, and the software companies, software industry was suffering, and it was difficult to survive. To attract the customer, the agile manifesto and agile coaches, they sat together, and agile alliance was established, and then they attract the customer with small projects, 2 to 3 month projects. So that was the difference in lean and the agile. And then lean believes in smooth workflow and keep work in progress under control, whereas in agile we deliver small releases, and we have our sprints. So our focus is on release, product backlog, sprint backlog, as compared to the lean. And lean is third difference. Lean is using Kanban technique, in which I described you. We have the product backlog, we have sprint backlog, we have new sprint, in progress, completed. So there are 5 columns are there to display your schedule using any Microsoft, any tool, Microsoft Project, or I told you Jira, the project management tool, Agile project management tool. Whereas Agile is using burn down chart to display your schedule. So these are the 3 main differences between lean and agile. Thank you very much. Jazakallah khair. May Allah bless you. Assalamu alaikum.